rationalize coalition with white supremacy, rationalize forgiveness of white supremacy, then you're in big trouble because you ain't never going to be free. And so you have to raise some serious questions about them. So I'm going to conclude with this very simply by reading a prayer by Bookman from J. Carruthers' Irritated Genie on the night of the first blow of the Haitian Revolution. And I think what Mr. Bookman had to say on that night would be good for us to contemplate. And on this night, obviously I can think of the brothers and sisters in the woods, in the swamps down in Haiti, and they were planning to be free. And at the celebration, Bookman is the African who was leading part of the Maroon resistance in the island of Jamaica and escaped from there to the island of San Domingo and became a leader with others of that movement there that led to what we call the Haitian Revolution. He wasn't Jamaica because Jamaica was a place that didn't exist as a place yet, and Jamaica is a place, not a race. So we got to get that straight. Just like when we say African American, we cannot confuse our race with place. He was an African, and he didn't confine himself to anywhere except the fight for liberation. It's very important to understand. At the celebration, Bookman eloquently charged the assembly with the wisdom of the black rebels from times past. Death to the whites, he said. Destroy the colonial settlements. And black dominion, he uttered in black Creole. And his prayer was, good God, who created the sun which shines on us from above, who routs the sea and makes their thunder rumble, listen, God, though hidden in a cloud, watches over us. The God of the white man calls forth crime, but our God wills good work. Our God, who is so good, commands us to vengeance. He will direct our arms and help us. Throw away the likeness of the white man's God, who has so often brought us to tears, and listen to liberty, which speaks in all our hearts, from Ogun. Hotep. All right.
Professor Smalls, let's give it up. Those of you who are going up the aisles, I want you to stop for a minute. Professor Jeffries and Sister Jeffries are here. Let's give them a big hand. Dr. Jeffries, would you please come down front for a moment? Dr. Jeffries, will you please come down front for a moment? You and Sister Jeffries. You and Sister Jeffries, will you please come down front for a moment? Let's give them a big hand. Dr. Jeffries travels so often, and when he's in the house, it's always good to hear from him because he can connect us with other parts of the world. And that is so important. And I certainly want him and Sister Jeffries both to spend a few moments with us. And while they are doing that, I've been told that Dr. Ben has a book in the back, his new book that is out. Dr. Lewis is in the back with copies of it. Those of you who have been waiting it, Dr. Ben had talked about it. It is now available for sale. So some of y'all, hopefully, will be staying with us for a few minutes as we hear from Dr. Jeffries. There's two doctors in the house. And if by chance you have to leave, certainly make sure you pick up a book. If you don't pick up a book, make sure you drop something in the basket on your way out. And you know why. In the meantime, let's give a big hand to Dr. Leonard Jeffries.
Okay, brothers and sisters. I was hoping I could just slip in quietly, but somebody revealed my hand. In fact, today I thought I could slip downtown on the subway. I'm not going to try that again, because everybody was looking around. Is that really him? One guy came up and said, "You ride the subway? Where's your limousine?" I said, "Well, I can't take it in rush hour." But at any rate, brothers and sisters, we're glad to be here always, and the family in Brooklyn, UAM family, and certainly we're always glad to be wherever we can get support Brother Small. And he had set things up so his class would be covered, and Brother Towell came running, the Nigerian Yoruba specialist, to handle his class, but it was too late, Brother Small. Professor Simmons is there, so we combined your class with Professor Scobie's class, and so Professor Simmons is giving them and Brother Towell will do it tomorrow. So that worked out well. I was attempting to get here earlier, but of course, our community from around the country keeps calling. Dr. Pat Newton called, and she graced this platform, this stage of the Slave Theater, with her brilliance. She wanted me to let the family know that the conference that had been scheduled for Ghana in the first week in August, dealing with spirituality and African health, is still scheduled. There's been certain conflicting rumors that it might be canceled, but it will still be scheduled. It has been scheduled and is still on. And Brother Smalls and Professor Smalls, my wife, Rosalind, and others will be there. Also, as you know, we're planning to go to Africa as we do every summer. And our major trip is in August. And so that is still available for any of you who are interested in the Sankofa experience. How many people here saw the film Sankofa by a brother from Ethiopia who's the head of film at Howard?